Try again. Wow. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We have an exciting night planned for you as we honor some of our best students at Walt Whitman High School with the Michael Curtin Award. Thank you all for coming here tonight. First, we want to start, as we do with every meeting, with the Pledge of Allegiance. So would everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So we're excited to present tonight our Michael Curtin inductees, as we have very honorable students and deserving students here in the audience tonight. This is a very special award, and Mr. Villarmos will tell us a little bit more about Mr. Curtin, and then we'll we'll introduce each of our student recipients. But first, I have a special award that I want to recognize and a special person to recognize, and we actually planned this for tonight because we knew we would have such a good crowd tonight. As you know, what makes Walt Whitman High School special are the people. And we had some very exciting news about one of our special people here. And that is that one of our outstanding educational leaders was recognized with a statewide award. Dr. Scott Muller, assistant principal at Walt Whitman High School, has been named the recipient of the School Administrators Association of New York Assistant Principal of the Year for the whole state of New York. This is a prestigious recognition that highlights Dr. Muller's exceptional contributions to education, his unwavering dedication to our students, and his commitment to the South Huntington school community. His journey at Walt Whitman High School started 19 years ago, and throughout his tenure, he's been a mentor, a collaborator, and a constant source of support for our students, our faculty, and our families in South Huntington. His ability to connect with our school community on a personal level has fostered a culture of trust, respect, and mutual growth within the high school. Through his leadership, he's helped guide our school community through times of change and challenge, always with a focus on ensuring the success of every student. His vision and commitment to Whitman has been key in creating an environment where all students feel valued and empowered to reach their full potential. Dr. Muller exemplifies the qualities and ideals of what is meant to be a true leader by leading with passion, purpose, and an unwavering belief in our schools. I've seen firsthand and worked with Dr. Muller almost my entire time on the board, how he has put students first and he cares about students so much, and his growth over the years has been so commendable and amazing, and he's led with so much success this building. This building has really thrived in recent years, and of course we have a super talented administrative staff in the high school. Every assistant principal we have is wonderful, but Dr. Muller, of course, is also very special, and we're so pleased that he received this award, which is obviously so rare to receive. Out of all the assistant principals in the state, to be named the Assistant Principal of the Year is quite special. So please join me in congratulating Dr. Muller on this outstanding achievement. I see him hiding over there. It looks like he wants to climb through the walls, but we do have a couple special things that we want to give you. I have a proclamation on behalf of the Board of Education, and then also what I consider our highest honor, which is the gold key, or the key to the school district. So that's a rare achievement and honor as well. Congratulations. Dr. Muller, would you like to say anything? Put you on the spot.
I just consider myself very lucky and fortunate to work in such a wonderful place. I landed here 19 years ago, and it really has become a home. The staff is amazing, but also the parents and the students. I mean, you make every day coming to work a pleasure. And I thank you for all of that. So the pleasure is mine. So thank you.
Thank you. And we'll take a quick picture with the Board of Education and our superintendent. So come join us in the center as your guest. Dr. Murphy? Good people who care about students are the engine that makes Walt Whitman High School go. And to carry us through the next part of our program, I'm going to introduce one of them, Walt Whitman High School Assistant Principal John Villarmos.
I have so much to say about Dr. Muller. I didn't know that was happening tonight too, but I gave him his first key to his office, and now he gets a key to the district. We've been together 19 years, and it's so fitting that it happens on this night because citizens affect the place where they live, right? And no one has affected Walt Whitman more than you in the last 19 years. Congratulations, my friend. And by the way, I came in 647th in that poll. Good evening, South Huntington. Good evening to Mr. Ciapetta, members of the Board of Education, Dr. D'Elia, members of the Superintendent's Cabinet, Dr. Murphy, my fellow administrators, teachers, parents, family, friends, and most importantly, students. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to the Class of 2025 Michael Curtin Award Ceremony. It is May 20th, and this is my 20th graduating class at Walt Whitman, and it's the 23rd edition of this wonderful award, one that we've kept alive all these years at our high school. You can all read the biography of Sergeant Michael Curtin printed on the inside cover of your program this evening. And when you do, you'll realize that Michael Curtin was a special, honorable man. He knew nothing else but service to his city as a member of the NYPD, service to his country as a U.S. Marine and gunnery sergeant, service to our close-knit community here in South Huntington as he was one of our very own Walt Whitman security guards, and ultimately service to the world as he was called into action on September 11, 2001. It was on that day that he gave the greatest sacrifice, his own life, in an effort to save others. So the bottom of that page also reads, the students recognized for this awards are nominated in his honor. Wow, that's pretty impactful, right? So how did the students before us gain this recognition? What did they do to achieve this? Well, the answer is that they are not only good students, but they are good citizens of Walt Whitman High School. And how did we determine that they are good citizens? Because they were nominated by people in this building, teachers, administrators, other staff who have been impacted and or influenced by the students' actions, whether small or large. Tonight, you will hear the statements of these staff members. They will attempt to put into words what these young people mean to all of us. Students, you should be proud of what you have accomplished here at Whitman. Sit back and take in the admiration that you so truly deserve. It is my pleasure to welcome to the lectern to give our keynote address, the principal of Walt Whitman High School, Dr. John Murphy.
So I'm going to start by saying I started crying last week because I'm a big crybaby. I'll try not to today. Good evening, students, faculty, parents, Dr. D'Elia, and members of the Board of Education, and especially our students. I want to welcome you to the 2025 Michael Curtin Award Ceremony at Walt Whitman High School, where we gather to celebrate students who have left a lasting mark on our school. It's not just through your academic success, but through the commitment to the community, your character, and especially your service. Now, Mr. Villarmos talked a lot about that, but I want to go a little bit into detail because I've gotten to know each and every one of you and what you've offered to this school and what you've done not only for your fellow student, but for your teachers and me. As a community member, I take great pride in this award because it's important you know how vital it is that we stay close to our community, where we respect our fellow man, and it's easier sometimes to say, I'm going to do things for myself instead of doing things for others. This evening, we present the Michael Curtin Award to you in recognition of that leadership, that integrity, and that dedication to others. But this award honors the students who embody the very best of the ideals that we have and what it means to be a citizen. Those that have elevated our school, have made the difference, not through athletics or academics, but through compassion, through their voice, and through their unwavering desire to make a difference. It's easy not to make a difference. It's hard to stand up and say, I'm going to make a change and make a difference. Now, some of you may be wondering, as Mr. Villamo said, who is Michael Curtin? Just some guy, a picture on a paper. But he's much more than that. In many ways, he's just like you. He believed in the power of service. He lived life guided by one principle. And on September 11th, he made a sacrifice, choosing to serve and protect the people, to go forward instead of run away. His bravery is a lasting reminder of what courage it takes to lead. And we honor his legacy by honoring students every year that we believe have the same core values. That you believe that you're going to rush in and help your fellow man rather than just take care of yourself and be motivated by self. So in today's world, where change is constant and challenges are complex, the need for strong, compassionate, courageous people is even more urgent. What you do is give us hope, and we don't need to look far from that. And your teachers have recognized that. Your peers have recognized that. You're already there. You've made that choice to be that person. You have used your voices to inspire, to drive meaning and change in ways, little ways, which you may find small, but have made the difference to somebody that you don't even know. One of my favorite parts of this ceremony is seeing the faces of those students who have shaped our school in meaningful ways. Myself and your teachers have had the privilege of watching you grow. You started off as these freshmen that were full of ideas but didn't know how to get there. You leave us today as seniors who are amazing individuals. I told you it's coming. Amazing individuals that I know are going to make a difference in this world. I have that faith. I know because you've shown us every single day that you are the best and the brightest, and we couldn't ask for anything more. As we celebrate tonight, let us look ahead with optimism and determination. Yeah, there's a lot of problems out in the world, but I know that you're going to solve them. Why? Because you've done it here. The future needs leaders like you, people who are that compassionate, driven, open-minded individuals that are going to help their fellow man. Those who will carry the lessons and values from your time here, I hope you move forward. Not only have you made an impact, or you've made an impact on us, I hope we've made an impact on you. So in closing, I congratulate you once again. I congratulate the parents here because your children are some of the most amazing individuals that we have at Whitman. And I'm so glad that we're able to be here and honor them tonight. I appreciate what you've done and the impact you've made. Thank you so much, and congratulations on this amazing award. I would now like to call up Ms. Samira Chaudhry, who's going to give a little bit of a student address.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Samira. Thank you to Dr. Murphy for giving me this opportunity to speak, and thank you to my classmates here tonight for making Whitman a welcoming place for all. High school kids sometimes get a bad rap for being selfish, but you're all here for the opposite reason, your selflessness. You should be more than proud of yourself. It's your exemplary character and kindness that has led you to be here this evening, receiving this prestigious award in Sergeant Curtin's honor. As both a former NYPD sergeant and security guard here at Whitman, Michael S. Curtin was the epitome of an altruist. His selflessness and his dedication to service demonstrate an inspiring way to live and lead. When I came to this high school, one of the first things that people told me was to engage in service, so I did just that. I volunteered at the Homecoming Carnival, spent my summer as a counselor at the Wildcat Science Camp, and began to promote positive decision-making with the Students Against Destructive Decisions Club. Being a part of simple acts, such as hanging up posters with positive messages and selling holiday candygrams school-wide, led me to realize that helping others and making people happy is truly a contagious process. It's true. When you help someone, it puts a smile on their face. And as it happens, that puts a smile on your face as well. And it encourages the person you help to, for lack of a better phrase, take that kindness, double it, and give it to the next person. Awardees, your acts of service have inspired the students and teachers around you. We all know that sometimes days can be long and pressures of school can be high, but your empathy has truly brought light to all of us here at Whitman. I honor you tonight for your academic success and, more importantly, your ability to spread positivity to all. Thank you and congratulations.
And now to start calling names, I want to bring up the number 646 assistant principal in New York State. She beat me by one. It's a pleasure having her on staff. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Andrade.
Good evening. Am I too loud? Is this okay? So I'm Miss Andrade. I am the 12th grade assistant principal. Once I call your name, you're going to stand up. You're going to listen to some amazing things about yourself, like so. And then you're going to walk across the stage where you're going to receive your award from the superintendent and the board and follow the example. You're going to walk across the stage and take a picture with the staff member or the representative that nominated you, like so.
Let's give him a round of applause. His first time graduating, Mr. Villalobos.
Oh, I'm doing that. Okay. We're both nervous. Don't you worry. Come on. All right. First up, Paul Akopnitis, nominated by Mr. Berline, Ms. Wong, and Mr. Villalobos. I've watched him grow into a fine young man. His passion for and devotion to his family and to the game of basketball are to be commended. Paul is a fabulous kid all around. He is kind, funny, relatable to both peers and teachers. He is dedicated to his schoolwork and really does his best in class. I am so proud of Paul and all of his accomplishments. Clubs and activities include National Honor Society, Finance Club, Helena Cats, and St. Paravesky Basketball. Future plans, Suffolk Community College. Congratulations. Daniel Alice Trujillo, nominated by Mr. Berline. Thank you. Mr. Berline, as a student in my third period economics class this spring, Dan not only put effort into his classwork, he was one of those students always ready to speak up and voice his opinion. For the past couple of years, that hasn't been easy for many students, but it just came easy to Dan. Congratulations on receiving this award, Dan. Best of luck. Clubs and activities include basketball, and he is an employee at DSW. Future plans, Suffolk County Community College. Congratulations. Zahara Amordi, nominated by Ms. Hanovich, Dr. Murphy. Zahara has always been a force throughout her 4 years here at Walt Whitman. Since getting to know her, I have always been amazed at the energy and passion she has for whatever she is focused on. From Powder Puff to senior activities, she tries to encourage participation and incite excitement among her peers. Clubs and activities include varsity track in fall and spring, captain, natural helpers, social studies honor society, national honor society, and positive partnerships. Future plans, College of Charleston. Congratulations. Edward Beck, nominated by Ms. Moss and Ms. Wong. Eddie is an all-around wonderful young man. He works hard in school. He is a solid, dependable friend to his peers. He is a kind soul to classmates. Although he has faced adversity, he continues to work hard and show up every day. He is the epitome of a model Whitman citizen. Clubs and activities, varsity baseball, virtual enterprise. Future plans, Michigan State University. Congratulations. Andrew Blair, nominated by Mr. Berline, Ms. Abendondolo, Ms. Wong, and Dr. Murphy. Andrew is a true gentleman and a really kind person. He always gives his best effort, both in the classroom and on the court. He is not afraid to ask for help, and he is always ready to support a classmate or teammate. Andrew is a perfect example of an unsung hero, because he is a generous, hardworking, and unselfish young man who does not expect to be celebrated. He is an excellent candidate for this award. Clubs and activities, varsity basketball, varsity baseball, World Language Honor Society, National Honor Society, Business Honor Society. Future plans, Fairfield University. Congratulations.
All right. Can I please have Eva Blaney up? Nominated by Ms. Hanovich, Eva was an excellent student in global history. We could always count on her to answer our questions, take charge during student-led activities, and participate in classroom discussions. She is an excellent role model for her peers. In addition to her classes, she was a member of the varsity softball team, captain on the as well as being captain, and won all league and all division for softball. Eva will be attending SUNY Oneonta in the fall. Congratulations, Eva. Scarlett Bolanos, please, come up. We can give a round of applause while we're going through. Nominated by Mr. Berline and Ms. Turner, as well as Ms. Wong. Mr. Berline states, Scarlett has been one of those students who make teaching the greatest profession in the world. She comes to class ready to work and always gets the job done. Whatever she chooses to do after graduation, I have all the confidence in the world that she will be successful. Congratulations, Scarlett. Ms. Wong writes, Scarlett is a hardworking, dedicated student. She gives all in her class and can often be found helping other students. Scarlett always has a friendly smile and a warm greeting for her teachers and peers. She is a wonderful example of a model Whitman student. In addition to her courses, she is a part of SAG Club, National Honor Society, as well as the World Language Honor Society. She will be attending St. John's University in the fall. Can I please have Ms. Brielle Brown come up? Nominated by Ms. Moss, Ms. Wong, and Dr. Murphy. Dr. Murphy writes, yes, that's me. Brielle is a bright and vibrant student who always seems to put a smile on my face when I see her. The energy and enthusiasm she exudes every day is infectious, motivating all around her. She has become a leader among her peers and continues to grow into an amazing young woman. I am proud of what she's been able to accomplish and look forward to seeing what becomes of her in the future. She is also a member of the National Honor Society and the Seal of Biliteracy. She will be going to University of North Carolina, Charlotte, majoring in criminal justice. Congratulations.
Jeremy Canales Mejia, nominated by Mr. Pipolo, Dr. Murphy. Jeremy is a wonderful soul, kind and intelligent. Creative writing is a very intimate environment where students are taking creative and emotional risks daily. Jeremy was a very important part of that success. He always shared and always helped his peer writers. His demeanor, attitude, and smile all contributed to such a lovely daily experience. Many of Jeremy's pieces are published on Xanadu. Jeremy has been such an amazing force within the Whitman Dance and Marching Band program. His leadership and commitment to these programs allowed for all around him to flourish. It was not uncommon to see Jeremy take younger students under his mentorship and provide them the support to be successful. Clubs and activities, marching band, color guard, lamplighters, center stage production, natural helpers, voice of Walt Whitman, student government, future plans, Suffolk County Community College. Congratulations. Matthew Cashman. Nominated by yours truly, Ms. Andrade, Mr. Conroy, Ms. Ebert, and Ms. Eastwood. Matthew Cashman is a kind and gentle student whose unwavering passion for buses and transportation sets him apart as a dedicated and driven individual. His enthusiasm for the field goes beyond personal interest. He actively works with the Transportation Department, turning his passion into a meaningful contribution to the community. Matthew's commitment to learning and improving transportation systems reflects his deep sense of responsibility and determination. Through his hard work and genuine kindness, he exemplifies the spirit of an unsung hero, quietly making a difference at Whitman and beyond. His efforts not only showcase his dedication, but also inspire those around him to pursue their passions with the same level of commitment and heart. Clubs and activities, varsity track, and the transportation intern. Looking for employment opportunities in transportation. Congratulations.
Haley Chen, please come up. Nominated by Ms. Dooley. Ms. Dooley writes, Haley's involvement in color guard and marching band has been central to her high school experience, helping her grow into the confident, collaborative, and driven young woman she is. Haley's commitment to her role in the marching band is commendable, and she approaches every competition with a blend of discipline and passion. Her clubs and activities are, she is a member of the marching band, the color guard, chamber orchestra, Latino Heritage Club, and the Asian Heritage Club. She will be attending Hunter College in the fall, studying medical laboratory science. Congratulations. Aaron Simadavilla, please come up. Nominated by Ms. Moss, Aaron was selected to enroll in the Juilliard pre-college music program. Throughout his years in high school, Aaron traveled to New York City every weekend to take collegiate music courses in this world-renowned institution. Aaron has a can-do attitude and loves to just go for it. He is not afraid to try new things and is determined to grow and take advantage of all opportunities offered to him. Second semester, he was asked to enroll in the Virtual Enterprise Business Course program as they needed a human resources employee. Aaron didn't hesitate when asked by the teacher to jump right in. In addition, Aaron's love of music and desire to share it with others has become truly inspirational. Aaron has become a household name in our community, and he never passes on an opportunity to share his own love of music, whether it's at a Board of Education meeting, a children's hospital, or a local nursing home. Aaron, you are one of the most eclectic students I've had the pleasure of working with. Best of luck to you in the future. We will miss you. His activities include recording studio, president of the recording studio, chamber choir orchestra, and jazz band. He will be going to the new school in the fall. Congratulations. Kiara De La Cruz, please come up. Nominated by Ms. Wong, Kiara is one of the kindest individuals at Walt Whitman High School. She always has a kind smile for her peers and teachers and is a loyal friend. Kiara possesses the type of characteristics that makes others want to know her and be her friend. She is often found helping other students in the classroom and is a positive influence to them. Kiara is an excellent example of a model citizen here at Whitman. Her activities include, she is a member of the National Honor Society, the Whitman Rescue Paws. She is also a basketball coach for her younger brother at the Long Island Basketball Academy. She is also a member of the track and field team. She will be attending Pace University in the fall. Congratulations. Lai Drones, please come up. Nominated by Mr. Bearline. In my 29 years of teaching, I have seen few students work as hard as Aliyah. She has not only completed work early, but she did it with great effort. Congratulations on receiving this award. It is well deserved. Her clubs and activities include, she volunteers at church. She is also employed at Old Navy and Harbor Mist. She will be attending LIU Post University in the fall. Congratulations.
Jana Ezakari, nominated by Ms. Dooley and Mr. Ramos. Jana is a good student and has been an outspoken proponent of the Muslim Students Association, and she takes pride in sharing her culture with others. She also has a wonderful personality and constantly makes me laugh and smile in the hallways of Whitman. Congratulations, Jana. Clubs and activities include Muslim Students Association, African American Heritage Club, Psychology Club, Future Plans, Farmingdale State College. Congratulations. Tyler Francisco, nominated by Mr. Schmidt. Tyler is a student who matured each year while attending Walt Whitman. He learned to respect and follow rules and become a positive contributor in my class. I enjoyed all of our conversations about the New York Islanders. Clubs and activities, wrestling and ice hockey. Future plans, Farmingdale State College with a major in criminal justice. Congratulations. Matthew Geracio. Nominated by Mr. Barreline, Mr. Zaharias, Mr. Milazzo, and Dr. Murphy. I am pleased to nominate Matthew Geracio for the Michael Curtin Award, recognizing his outstanding leadership and work ethic while being a student here at Walt Whitman High School. Matthew has consistently demonstrated excellent work ethic in various aspects. His ability to inspire and lead teams while being a two-sport captain for football and wrestling is just one of the many examples. Matthew also volunteers running the school store during his leadership class. I don't think that I have ever had a more respectful and compassionate individual at Whitman. He continues to be a support on the field, in the classroom, among his peers and teammates, and his teachers. I am always in awe of his ability to motivate those around him to find success. I will truly miss him and look forward to his success at Maritime. Clubs and activities, varsity football, varsity wrestling, future plans, SUNY Maritime. Congratulations. Zachary Gluckstel, nominated by Ms. Wong. Zach is a determined, hardworking student who is very responsible and conscientious. He is the type of student that can always be counted on. In addition to his strong academics, he is a kind, loyal friend. He supports his classmates and can often be found helping his peers. Zach is an excellent example of a model citizen for Whitman. Clubs and activities, finance club, varsity golf, video yearbook. Future plans, the University of Alabama. Congratulations. Daniel Gross, nominated by Ms. Moss and Mr. Schmidt. Daniel is a quiet young man who did not go unrecognized in my class. I admire his level of dedication, consistency, maturity, and hard work he showed each day. He was an asset to his classmates during group tasks and made those around him better. He learned, and through his best efforts, that success could be found. Clubs and activities, varsity tennis, the summer job as a custodian. Future plans include attending St. John's University in the fall. Congratulations. Christian Interiano Monje, nominated by Ms. Hanovich. For the past few years, I have known Christian to be a very talented and dedicated member of South Huntington's fine and performing arts. Through these events in the community, I experienced firsthand his maturity and graciousness to all those around him. This year, I have the pleasure of having Christian for AP Government and can further attest to his diligence, hard work, and constant graciousness. Clubs and activities, chorale, after school, tabletop club, and dedicated writer and artist. Future plans, Suffolk County Community College, joint admission into Stony Brook University. Congratulations. Merlene Jean-Jacques, nominated by Ms. Marinaro. Merlene has been a wonderful addition here at Walt Whitman. During her time, she was someone you could always count on to work hard in class, be an active member of group activities, and truly make her teachers proud of her as a student. She always strived to get good grades and would even practice questions before they were modeled in class to challenge herself. I have been fortunate to have Merlene for multiple years during her time at Whitman. She has always been a pleasant student with a smile on her face. She works well with others in group activities and was involved in girls' sports night. She continues to show she cares for others through being a part of the medical assisting program at Tech for a career in medicine. Clubs and activities, an employee at Marshall's. Future plans, St. John's University. Congratulations. Demetra Catechis, nominated by Ms. Papineau and Mr. Varlamos. Demetra Catechis did something incredibly difficult and truly remarkable in her junior year. She moved from New Jersey to Huntington Station and enthusiastically began her new life. Though she missed the first month of my challenging course, Demi was determined to catch up and succeed, which she did seamlessly. But her goals were more than academic. Demi involved herself in all that our school has to offer: clubs, teams, kindness, and togetherness. With her radiant smile and generous spirit, Demi became a wildcat whose infectious enthusiasm inspires those around her. I'm sure there are many in Jersey who miss Demi, but we surely appreciate her here in Huntington Station. And I am certain that in the next chapter of her life, she will continue to uplift the folks who are lucky enough to know her. Clubs and activities, Hellenic Cats, varsity cheerleading. Future plans, SUNY New Paltz. Congratulations. Jenna Canane, nominated by Mr. Varlamos. Jenna is a dedicated student who takes pride in her coursework and achievements within the classroom. She served as the founding president of the Hellenic Cats Club, where she has looked to spread the Greek American culture throughout our building. Jenna is also an active member of and dedicated athlete for her church. Congratulations, Jenna. Clubs and activities, Hellenic Cats president, SLAD Club. Future plans, Adelphi University. Congratulations. Trevor Kolar, nominated by Ms. Hebert. It has been my pleasure to watch Trevor progress through high school. I had Trevor as a student in global history and geography too, where when we were learning about Napoleon at the end of the French Revolution, Trevor took it upon himself to make the entire class Napoleon pastries from scratch. And they were delicious. Trevor consistently demonstrates maturity and kindness. He always has a smile on his face in the hallway and always says hello. Trevor has certainly helped to make Whitman a better place. Clubs and activities, varsity volleyball and badminton, assistant coach to the middle school volleyball, club volleyball, VP of the gardening club, Business Honor Society, all-county volleyball recipient. Future plans, Manhattanville University. Jack Congenbold, nominated by Mr. Berline, Ms. Eastwood, and Dr. Murphy. Over the last 4 years, Jack has been such a positive force within the building among his peers. He has also engulfed himself in a variety of activities within the high school to help build the culture of all, from varsity volleyball to leadership to the Walt Whitman musical. Jack is constantly giving of himself to the students and faculty of Whitman. I am truly sad to see him go at the end of the year. Clubs and activities, varsity cheer, varsity volleyball, varsity tennis. Future plans include Hofstra University. Congratulations. Neil Labella, nominated by Mr. Chapman. Neil is a self-directed student, a positive role model, and a leader in and out of the classroom. Neil has excelled in his half-day Wilson Tech Criminal Justice Skills Program. Neil has been a leader in the Wilson Tech community, surpassing all expectations in his coursework with his participation in the Suffolk County Youth Police Academy 2 years in a row. Neil is best known for his work ethic and conscientious approach to all of his assigned tasks. Clubs and activities, employee at ShopRite, future plans, undecided. Congratulations. Riley LaRegina, nominated by Ms. Marinaro and Ms. Wong. Riley has been a model individual during his time at Walt Whitman High School, always a friendly smile in the hallway and someone who is consistently working hard to do his best. Whether he is playing a sport or working with his classmates, he is someone that you truly want on your team. I look forward to seeing the wonderful things he will do after he leaves our school. Clubs and activities include varsity wrestling, 9th and 10th grade, JV and varsity baseball, 9th through 12th grade. Future plans, University of Mississippi. Congratulations.
Alexis Leonard, please come up. Nominated by Mr. Schmidt, he says, Alexis found her gift and passion through her tech programs. She developed consistency in her other classes and learned good balance. She made excellent progress throughout the year and made me very proud. My favorite part of each day was comparing our Wordle scores with one another. Did you win? Sometimes, okay, good. Her club and activities include she is an employee at Ella's Restaurant, and she plans to go to Farmingdale State College in the fall. Congratulations. Marisol Lopez, please come up. Nominated by Ms. Wong and Dr. Murphy, Ms. Wong writes, I have had the pleasure of having Mary for 2 years. In that time, I have seen tremendous growth as a student and a person. She is an extremely hardworking and dedicated student in class. Mary is the first to offer help to a struggling peer, and her confidence and determination in her classwork has grown exponentially. She is a quick to offer friendly smile or lend support when needed to both peers and teachers. Mary is an exemplary model student at Whitman and deserves this award. Her clubs and activities include she is employed at a daycare and is also a volunteer catechist. She will be attending University of Tampa in the fall. Congratulations. Jasmine Grace Marsh, please come up. Nominated by Ms. Hanovich, she states, it has been such a pleasure getting to know Jasmine as a student this year for AP Government and Student Court. She immediately stood out as a mature, graceful, and well-spoken individual with a knack for criminal and civil law. We have had countless discussions regarding current events and tricky subjects that have truly demonstrated Jasmine's mature and graceful manner. Her clubs and activities include she is an avid reader and writer, and she will be attending Pitt Community College in the fall. Congratulations. Addison McCready, please come up. Nominated by Mr. Pipolo, Ms. Mahoney, and Ms. O'Neill. Ms. Mahoney writes, Addison is an active participant in Girls Leaders. Her interest in helping others both in school and outside of school activities is motivating. She helps others in a positive way and without being asked. She brings an energy and excitement to the events that she is a part of. Ms. O'Neill writes, Addison is an amazing person. She is fiercely loyal, empathetic to her peers who are struggling, and kind to everyone she meets. Addison is strong-willed and passionate about her beliefs. She never wavers from speaking her mind, regardless of their ideas. Clubs and activities include she is the president of the Xanadu Literary Magazine, historian of the Girls Leaders Organization, Xanadu member of the National Honor Society, and a member of the National Honor Society. She will be attending University of New Haven in the fall. Congratulations. Juliana McGuigan, please come up. Nominated by Dr. Turner Radin, Juliana has dedicated herself to developing her talent as a dancer, and in doing so, she has inspired other dancers to push themselves physically and creatively to expand their own abilities. Whether choreographing or performing, Juliana is a fearless and wholly invests herself. Juliana's journey is exemplary of dancers seeking perfection and finding that true meaning of dance is deeper and requires the artist to push past what is expected and share what is unique. Juliana is fabulous and will inspire audiences and her fellow dancers for the years to come. Her club's activities include SAG Club, as well as the dance team, the dance program, and her future plans are the CLI Conservatory. Congratulations. Lissandro Mejia, please come up. Nominated by Ms. Rodriguez, Ms. Woods, Ms. Andrade, and Ms. Danzig. Ms. Danzig writes, Lissandro is a wonderful young man. Excuse me, it's very small, there's a lot of writing here. And a proud role model for his peers. In the face of the difficult situation, he stepped up and showed amazing responsibility and maturity. I am so proud of him, and he absolutely deserves this reward. Ms. Andrade writes, Lissandro Mejia is a remarkable young man whose dedication, resilience, and leadership make him deserving recipient of the Michael Curtin Award. As an E&L mentor, he has provided invaluable support to his peers, helping them navigate both language and academic challenges. Over the summer, he went above and beyond by assisting E&L teachers with translation and ensuring students had the resources they needed to succeed. A committed member of the Latino Heritage Club and the National Honor Society, Lissandro has demonstrated a strong sense of community and service. Now he prepares to serve his country in the Army after high school. Lissandro exemplifies the values of hard work, sacrifice, and leadership, making him an outstanding choice for this award. His clubs and activities include Latino Heritage Club, National Honor Society, a mentor for E&L students, translator for guidance counselors, and completed over 200 hours of community service. He will be going into the United States Army in the fall. Andrea Morera, please come up. Nominated by Mr. Schmidt. Andrea was such a hardworking student in my class. She maintained an excellent focus in class and gave me the best each day. She possesses strong character and is a model to her classmates. She made me proud each day. Her activities include Latino Heritage Club as well as soccer, and she will be attending Farmingdale State College in the fall. Congratulations. Margaret Motherway, please come up. Nominated by Ms. Moss, she states, Maggie is a kind-hearted individual who is always generous with her smile. She works hard for her academic success and is a dedicated student. She is incredibly compassionate and caring. Her empathetic nature is demonstrated in her passion for helping others. I'm most impressed with her emotional intelligence and motivation to stay laser-focused on her academic progress. Your genuine character and perseverance will take you far in life. Best of luck to you. She is a member of the National Honor Society, and she will be attending SUNY Oneonta in the fall. Congratulations. Aliza Nadim, please come up. Nominated by Dr. Murphy. Aliza's work with the senior class, more importantly with the Muslim Student Association, has been truly amazing in terms of providing outlets and avenues for growth among our diverse student population. Her warm smile, calm demeanor, and steadfast resolve have been such a positive force among her peers and clubs. I have been blessed to get to know her and watch her grow into the leader she is today. Students with such passion and conviction are truly a rare commodity. She is a member of the Muslim Student Association, the Ambassadors Club, the Gardening Club, Astronomy Club, Psychology Club, Poetry Club, Latino Heritage Club, English Honor Society, World Language Honor Society, National Honor Society, Math Honor Society. When do you sleep? And interns at Pulaski Dental. She will be attending Farmingdale State College in the fall.
Dylan Nagar, nominated by Ms. Bianca Mano and Ms. Eastwood. Dylan is an exceptional student, athlete, and human being. He is a lead by example type of student and athlete. He has always been a staple helper anytime I had a substitute covering my class. Dylan is a type of student I could rely on when I was not in class and gave me peace of mind knowing he would be a huge help and that his classmates respect him enough to listen. Ms. Eastwood said, Dylan has dedicated his time and effort to making a positive impact within the school community by volunteering at our Wildcat lacrosse camp, helping little Wildcats find the love of lacrosse. Clubs and activities include varsity football, varsity lacrosse, and a volunteer at the South Huntington Lacrosse. Future plans, SUNY Oneonta. Congratulations. Fernanda Najera, nominated by Ms. Andrade. Fernanda Najera is an exceptional candidate for the Michael Curtin Award. Her unwavering commitment makes Whitman a better place through her involvement in classes, clubs, and community activities. As president of the Interact Club, she has led initiatives that promote service and teamwork, fostering a culture of giving back. Her role as dance captain of the Latino Club has allowed her to celebrate and share cultural diversity, creating an inclusive environment for students. Additionally, as a delegate of ESCO and a member of the Girl Learner Organization, she has worked to uplift her peers and advocate for important causes. Fernanda's ability to balance leadership, academics, and work while continuously supporting her community exemplifies the qualities of an unsung hero. Her dedication to empowering those around her and her passion for positive change make her a deserving recipient of this award. Clubs include Latino Heritage Club, GLO, Interact, World Language Honor Society, ESCO Delegate, Track and Field. She loves to participate in school activities, and she's the president of the Interact Club and dance captain of Latino Heritage. Future plans, Hofstra University. Congratulations.
Aylin Orsoto, please come up. Nominated by Mr. Bearline and Mr. Schmidt, Mr. Schmidt writes, Aylin is a quiet young lady that did not go unnoticed in my class. Her work ethic was unmatched, and she followed through on everything. Her level of dedication was one of her best, and I observed in my career. She is always willing to help her classmate and make others better around her. Truly impressed with this young lady from day one. Mr. Bearline writes, in her own quiet way, Aylin's just made our economics class a better place to be. Always prepared to do what she needed to do, she did it in a way that was a pleasure to be a part of. I wish her all the best as she leaves Whitman. Congratulations. Her club and activities include World Language Honor Society and National Honor Society, as well as a member of Rescue Paws. She will be attending Hofstra University. Congratulations. Carter Phillips, please come up. Nominated by Mr. Bearline, he states, throughout your career as a teacher, there are students who just stand out, and Carter is one of those students. Not only did he excel academically, but he put great effort into the thing he was doing, and he did it with a smile. Congratulations on receiving this great honor. It is well-deserved, Carter. During his time at Whitman, he's been a part of the varsity football team, varsity badminton team, varsity track, and finance club. He will be attending University of Western New England. Congratulations. Jasleen Ponce Luna, please come up. Nominated by Mr. Schmidt and Ms. Wong, Ms. Wong writes, Jazz is an excellent candidate for the Michael Curtin Award. She is very hardworking and tries her best in all her classes. She is respectful toward her peers and teachers and can always be counted on to go the extra mile. In addition, she is an extremely talented artist. Her drawings and talent are far beyond her years. She has produced numerous beautiful works of art that will be proudly displayed in my classroom for years to come. Jazz could not be a more model citizen of Whitman and a person whom this school should be very proud of to honor. Clubs and activities include, she volunteers as a teacher at Sunday school. She also does the same for dance and does community service with her church. She will be attending Utica University. Congratulations. Cristela Portillo, please come up. Nominated by Mr. Schmidt and Mr. Bearline, Mr. Bearline states, when I think of Cristela, it is one thing that stands out, effort. She wouldn't let anything stand in her way of being successful by developing an understanding of different things we're doing in class. And she always did it with a smile and a thank you. It was a pleasure getting to know you your last semester here at Whitman. Congratulations. Her clubs and activities include Gardening Club, Crochet Club, Ceramics Club, Community Service through tutoring, and through her academic journey, she's consistently had high grades, earning the distinction of Student of the Month twice, and her dedication to language learning is evident through receiving the seal of biliteracy. She will take a year off to do internship, but she will be attending Farmingdale State College. Congratulations. Christopher Portillo Gomez, please come up. Nominated by Dr. Radin and Ms. Marinero, Ms. Marinero states, I have been fortunate to have Chris in my classes since he started school at Whitman. He always been an extremely kind and caring individual that works hard to succeed in his academics. His personality has made him a light in the classroom through the creative arts community, through his singing in the voices of all women, as well as numerous shows he has portrayed roles in. He will not only miss him in the classroom, but also seeing his multiple talents flourish after he leaves here. Keep up your creativity. We can't wait to see your designs on Broadway show someday in the future. His activities include Theater Honor Society, National Art Honor Society, Dance Honor Society, Voices of All Women, and has participated in Lamplighters. He will be attending Nassau Community College. Congratulations. Andreas Paceres, please come up. Nominated by Ms. Raji and Mr. Varlamos. Mr. Varlamos writes, having entered our district later in his educational career, Andreas has committed themselves to becoming an active participant in many aspects of the Whitman community. They are a dedicated member of the marching band, single-handedly edits our videos daily for the school, and has taken initiative within the Hellenic Sky Club, where they take pride in sharing their culture with others. Good luck with this talented young artist in the future. Their clubs and activities include the Vice President of Hellenic Cats, Saga as Presidents, the Robotics Club, Marching Band, video announcements, National Art Honor Society, National Honor Society, as well as winning the Bike Safety Contest. They will be attending SUNY Polytechnic in the fall. Congratulations.
Taino Quinones, nominated by Mr. Bearline. Tino started my economics class after the spring semester began, but that didn't matter. He jumped right in and not only caught up quickly, but quickly showed his academic ability and his great effort. With those qualities, I know Tino will achieve all he sets his mind to. Congratulations, Tino. Clubs and activities, basketball, auto body, BOCES, future plans, a career in business. Congratulations. William Ramirez Brizuela, nominated by Mr. Schmidt. William was a model of quality and consistency in my class. He led the class in participation and contributed in important ways. He took great pride and care in all he accomplished. His positive spirit instantly made our class better. He is an exceptional young man. Clubs and activities, WIT podcasts, Senior Follies, World Language Honor Society, National Honor Society, Walt Whitman Medical Society, Chess Club, Tabletop Club. Future plans, Suffolk County Community College, with joint admission with Stony Brook University. Major in chemistry. I intend on pursuing in the medical field. Ashley Ranieri, nominated by Mr. Schmidt. Ashley was a responsible student in my class. She performed well and followed through on class activities. She shared her ideas through class participation and by helping her classmates during group tasks. Her good personality made it easy for others to work with her and learn from her. In addition, she assisted students at Birchwood Elementary School in art. She would help get things set up, assist students when painting, and clean up afterwards. Clubs and activities, an employee at the shed. Future plans, Nassau Community College. Congratulations. Caleb Rosine, nominated by Dr. Murphy and Ms. Wong. Caleb's work with outside youth agencies such as the Suffolk County Police Department Explorer Program have allowed for our school community to be better tied to the overall community. His work with community outreach and support with the Police Explorer Program have allowed him to be a role model and only among his peers, but also with other students from across the community as a person to emulate and aspire to be. Caleb is a smart, hardworking, determined student. He is always on top of all his class assignments and puts in the extra effort to make sure things are done well. He can often be found helping peers in class and gives 100% effort every day. Caleb is extremely respectful to fellow students and his teachers. He is a kind young man and a model citizen of Whitman. Clubs and activities, Youth Police Academy, Police Explorers Program, Social Justice Ambassador Club, and Teaching Assistant at Church, Red Cross Club as well. Future plans, University at Albany. Congratulations. Nicole Rouge, nominated by Ms. Andrade and Ms. O'Neill. Nicole is a born leader. I am most proud of her public speaking presentations. English is Nicole's second language, and she was somewhat apprehensive to speak in front of the class. Nicole not only speaks eloquently, but does so with poise and grace. I am beyond proud of her. Nicole, you are an inspiration to all that know you. Clubs and activities, Tennis Girls JV, August through October, Tennis Girls Varsity, August through October, Rescue Paws Club, Red Cross Instrumental Club, DECA, Peer Educators Club, Social Justice Ambassadors. There's a lot here. University at Suffolk, National Honor Society, National Art Honor Society, World Language Honor Society, National English Honor Society, GLO, National Computer Science Honor Society, and National Math Honor Society. Future plans, Farmingdale State College. Congratulations.
Jason Sanchez Torres, nominated by Mr. Schmidt and Mr. Eastwood. Mr. Schmidt writes, Jason is a good young man who infused interest and good energy, and he just got beat up by Mr. Volamos. He enjoyed understanding new concept and then figuring out the most challenging problems throughout the productive struggle and bouncing ideas off nearby classmates. His good nature made it easy for others to work with him and look to him as a role model. I always look forward to his class contributions. His club and activities included, he participated in Latino Heritage Club and Latino Heritage Dance. He plans to attend Farmingdale State College and maybe even do ROTC. Congratulations. Kyle Shomes, please come up. Nominated by Mr. Bearline, he writes, one of the highlights of my day this spring semester has been before sixth period starts. Kyle is always the first one to class, and he just greets me with a great hello, and hello, I don't think he knows how much I appreciate. It didn't stop there. Kyle's deserving of this award because of his success, his effort, and his attitude. Congratulations, Kyle. His clubs and activities include varsity football, and he will be going to Rutgers University in the fall. Stephanie Sheff. Nominated by Dr. Radin and Dr. Murphy. Stephanie is a quiet force within the classroom and playing field. Stephanie has always been such a positive influence on her teammates and peers, always wanting to improve the school. Stephanie looks to how she can support the school and make changes to women's culture for the better. She is always looking to help others in their time of need. She has been a member of the varsity softball team, National Honor Society, and dance program. She will be attending University of Mississippi in the fall. Congratulations.
Diana Sierra, nominated by Ms. Hanovich. The second I met Diana, I could immediately tell she was a bright young woman who had a grace and maturity beyond her years. It has been such a joy to see her grow and blossom into such a hardworking, intellectually curious student. She is a member of both Ambassadors and Natural Helpers. Clubs and activities include Psychology Club, Natural Helpers, Religion teacher, and church choir member. Future plans, Farmingdale State College. Congratulations. Emily Simonetti, nominated by Dr. Murphy. Watching her be such a resource for her peers and teammates every day has been a highlight of my time at Walt Whitman. Having family members with special needs, she has learned to be a force of support, pushing herself and others toward achieving success, while still showing such compassion, empathy, and caring. Her time at Walt Whitman has shown to truly define her as an empathetic being who puts the needs of others in front of her own. I will truly miss her next year. Clubs and activities, varsity cheerleading, future plans, Long Island University post, plans on becoming an elementary school teacher. Congratulations. Catherine Sperduti, nominated by Ms. Wong. Kate is a wonderful example of a worthy recipient of the Michael Curtin Award. She was an extremely hard worker and really pushed herself to succeed and be her best. Kate was also a very loyal friend and a positive classmate for others. Clubs and activities, Girl Scouts, Gardening Club, and Taylor Swift Club. She tries to make people's day. Future plans, Long Island University. Congratulations. Michael Standell, nominated by Ms. Wong. Michael may be quiet, but is incredibly insightful and knowledgeable. He is also one of the kindest students and was often found helping and collaborating with others. Michael was one of the hardest working students I have ever had and always gave his all in class. I am so incredibly proud of Michael and all of his accomplishments. He is truly the embodiment of a model Whitman citizen. Clubs and activities, varsity basketball. Future plans, St. John's University. Congratulations. Emmanuel Torres, nominated by Ms. Ramirez. Emmanuel has been a student in my class for 3 out of his 4 years here at Whitman. Aside from being extremely smart and quick to learn whatever it is that I'm teaching, he has always been an integral part of my class because of his ability to make everyone around him feel comfortable and valued, including his teacher. Every day when he arrives to class, he asks me, "How's your day going, miss?" and then actually listens with interest to my response. Also, his character is admirable. He speaks often about how much he helps his family, whether it's going to work with his dad, studying with his sister, or helping his mom at home. Near the end of 11th grade, Emmanuel and his family suffered a fire in their home and had to relocate. It was a difficult time for him and his family. But throughout the entire ordeal, Emmanuel continued to exhibit the same care and concern for others as always. I cannot say enough about Emmanuel. He is a truly special person, and his absence will surely be felt next year. Clubs and activities, he helps run the Tabletop Club. Future plans, Suffolk Community College. Congratulations. Keisha Vilma, nominated by Mr. Bearline. One of the things that stood out about Keisha was if she knew how to do something, she would just get the job done. However, if she didn't understand something, she wasn't afraid to speak up and ask for help. For these reasons, I know Keisha will accomplish all that she puts her mind to. Clubs and activities, BOCES National Honor Society, BOCES Skills Club, African American Heritage Club, Honor Roll. Future plans, Nassau County Community College. Congratulations. Stevie Wilson, nominated by Ms. Wong. Stevie is an excellent representation of a model Whitman citizen. She is a dedicated, hard-working student. Stevie is the type of person I can always count on to have all of her assignments completed and done well. She gives her all and always brightens the day of people she encounters with her warm smile and easy disposition. Stevie deserves the Michael Curtin Award because she is a good person who enhances the Whitman community in a positive way. Clubs and activities, GLO, African American Heritage Club, and Psychology Club. Future plans, St. John's University. Congratulations.
So this concludes us honoring what last thing we want to do is one of the really special things that this school does is they put your name on a plaque for always to be here, so that we hope in 10, 20, 30 years to come, you can come back to your school and always see your name there and tell your own children that you were a part of the school and what you meant to them. So we're giving this out so you can see this will always be on display at the high school. Yep, turn it around. So before I give it back over and give parents a chance to take pictures with either teachers or the plaque, there's two things I want to bring up. And it kind of started with my speech where I talked about the look on your faces. I don't think you know the impact you have on teachers and on the people around you. And when you got to hear the things and some of the things that your teachers, your peers, that people think about you is truly an amazing feat. Because that means what you do matters and who you are matters. So I hope you take home with that, and I hope you remember that what you do in life echoes all throughout. It's like ripples in a pond. What you do to somebody or what you do and how you are as a person transcends just that immediate, but keeps moving forward. And I hope you take that. I hope parents understand how much you've made a part of making them so amazing. And more importantly, I'd like to give the teachers in this room, because they're here tonight, because they knew it was important, to say thank you to them for being here so that they can share in this moment. So on behalf of the Board of Education, Dr. D'Elia, I really appreciate you allowing us to do this. We're going to take a 15-minute break so parents can come up and take pictures and be able to see their child's name on the plaque. But thank you so much for sharing with us tonight. Have a great evening.
All right, we move into our business agenda. Take a motion to adopt the agenda. Mr. Bronson, seconded by Mr. Biangasso. Any questions on the agenda? All in favor? Any opposed? All right, items E through H require one resolution for adoption. Is there a motion? Mr. Scraggs, seconded by Mr. Bronson. On the bids, will Mr. Conway, can you explain bid number 1?
Sure, thank you, Mr. Ciapetta. Tonight's just a request for the board to award an RFP for claims auditing service to Serini and Associates. There were 2 respondents to this RFP. Serini has been the incumbent and was also the lowest price. Therefore, we recommend their reappointment.
Okay, and then we have an RFP for school physician medical consultant.
Yes, thank you. In that same vein is request for award of an RFP to the school physician to Dr. Jack Gefkin. There were 2 respondents for this one as well. He, too, is the incumbent and was the lowest price, and therefore we recommend his reappointment.
Okay. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? All right, communications. We have an invitation from Countrywood's musical theater production of Swamped to take place on May 27th and 28th at Countrywood Primary Center. Mr. Levy, did you want to address that? I don't know if you're here. All right. Communication 2, we have an email communication from a resident regarding before and after care. That was we received by Dr. Hender, Dr. Dalia, and myself. Is Ms. Carboni here? Ms. Carboni, it's hard to see anyone back there. The lights are so blinding. No, I assume not. Okay. We have an email communication from a resident and former employee regarding Stimson Middle School. Mr. Anthony Sansada, are you here? Did you want to address your letter? You have to come to the microphone.
Good evening. My name is Anthony Sansada. Some of you might remember me. I'm a lifelong resident of South Huntington, a graduate of Walt Whitman High School, the parent of 3 Walt Whitman High School graduates. I was an employee of the district for 32 years as a coach, high school dean, and for the final 18 years of my career as assistant principal of Stimson Middle School. I consider myself to be a pretty private person, but I felt compelled to speak publicly this evening after a letter addressing my feelings about comments made at the district's Meet the Candidate night on May 1st went unanswered. At that meeting, the following question was presented to each candidate. What 3 things do you plan to accomplish during your term? It was Mr. Ciapetta's reply that took me by surprise. In his response, he spoke about universal pre-K, taking back more bus routes, and the physical plant around the district. He spoke about outdoor learning spaces at the elementary schools. And then he said something about Stimson Middle School. His words, something we started to do the last couple of years, Stimson Middle School. It was not the best design, that middle school. If you've been in there, it's got a lot of different colors throughout the hallways. So I want to make that a much more inviting space. I want Stimson Middle School to have a wonderful reputation. We've already started that by turning over administration there, and I think we need to improve the interior of the building to match that. When you stated that you want Stimson Middle School to have a wonderful reputation, and that you have already started doing that by turning over the administration there, you imply 2 things. Number 1, that the school's reputation is not wonderful. In other words, Stimson has a bad reputation. And number 2, that the prior administration is responsible for that reputation. Obviously, that line grabbed my attention. since I was an administrator in the building for 18 years. A long time, no doubt, but not quite as long as your 21 years on the board. As I tried to make sense of your words, I couldn't help but wonder to which administrators you were referring. It's widely accepted in education circles that the principal is the instructional leader of a school building. He or she develops a vision for that school and tries to create a culture conducive to realizing that vision. In my 18 years, I had the privilege of working under 3 principals. Each one brought his or her own gifts to the table. Ms. Robbins, the first principal I worked for, retired in 2013. I can't imagine that 12 years later, she is somehow responsible for the current reputation of the building. Mr. Smith served from 2013 to 2022. He's now the district's deputy superintendent and oversees the human resources department. Clearly, the district values his contributions and his talents as an administrator. They would not promote someone who was responsible for a school's bad reputation. Mr. Duggan has been in the role since February 2022. He is part of the turnover in administration that you spoke of and will help Stimson to have that wonderful reputation. So if the principals, the instructional leaders of the building, are not responsible for the less than wonderful reputation, who are the administrators to which you refer? Forgive me if I'm confused. When the Board of Education president makes a comment implying that a school has a bad reputation, he fails to acknowledge all the hard work that the staff and students put into that building every day. He fails to acknowledge all the wonderful things that go on in there throughout the year. Did I leave a perfect school behind when I retired? I did not. There's always room for improvement. And I wish the current administration nothing but success. But I lived and breathed Stimson Middle School for 18 years. Despite my best efforts to ignore your comment, I cannot help but see this as an attack on my professional reputation and a sad statement for how little the district has invested in Stimson for the past 2 decades. You stated that Stimson had a bad design. In a year where we are celebrating the 100-year history of the district, it seems that there's little knowledge or appreciation of the history of Stimson Middle School. Stimson Middle School opened its doors in September of 1965 at Stimson Junior High School. The headline from an article in the Long Islander's December 20th, 1965 edition read, award-winning junior high school at the time displays its unique design and special features. The article describes Stimson as being one of 300 schools across the country selected by the American Association of School Administrators to be exhibited, and one of 30 to be awarded a citation. My time's up, I guess. No? Citation of excellence for its innovative design. It described how visitors from all over the country, including the entire Las Vegas School Board, came to Stimson to see this unique place for themselves. The article spoke of modern art displays, varied colors throughout the building, carpets in classrooms, science labs, a reading lab that addressed the needs of both remedial and advanced readers, and cutting-edge audiovisual technology. Stimson had a great design for the time it was built. Obviously, times have changed, and the building needs to change. There have been some changes over the years, but many more need to take place to create that inviting feel you described. What I wonder is, why did it take so long? Mr. Ciapetta, you've been on the Board of Education for 21 years. You're the chairperson of the district's facilities committees. You've served as president for the board for the past 8 years and vice president for the 5 years prior to that. Stimson's look didn't just become outdated. It's been that way for every one of the 21 years you've been on the board. Sure, there were improvements here and there, but there was never a well-thought-out, comprehensive plan to bring that building into the 21st century. Why? On a side note, I have to acknowledge that over the 18 years I was there, Stimson's custodial staff, under the direction of head custodians Miss Emma Amarowski, Mr. Scott Munyon, and Mr. Reggie Betts, did an outstanding job of making an outdated building shine every day. Some of the other great things that happen in Stimson on a daily basis. We had courses for every academic level. We added a living environment course to give more students in middle school the opportunity to take a Regents exam. We have a research course that regularly produces outstanding National History Day entries. There are wonderful music, art, and technology classes. We extended the district's dual language classes into our 7th grade health classes, or dual language program into our 7th grade health classes. We have behavioral support and mental health support for students who need it. We created heterogeneous homerooms that reflected the population of the building. We have our sports teams, our clubs, we have volunteer opportunities, we have fundraisers, we have penny wars, dances, field trips, assemblies, theme days, musical production, staff first student events, student Olympics. That's just to scratch the surface. Your comments completely disregarded all these positives and so many more. But what I found most shocking about your comments was when you said, so I want to make that a much more inviting space. I want Stimson Middle School to have a wonderful reputation. We've already started that by turning over the administration there, and I think we need to improve the interior of that building to match that. You tied making improvements to the building to the hiring of new administration. I'm not sure what one has to do with the other. Did you withhold improvements all these years because you did not like the prior administration? Didn't all the students who attended Stimson during your 20 years on the Board of Education deserve to go to school in an inviting space? Didn't the faculty and staff deserve to work in an inviting space? This seems like a petty and vindictive way to conduct business. I'm comfortable with the job I did for those 18 years. I know how my staff felt about me, and I'm reminded frequently when I run into students and parents in the community how they felt about me. Just the other day, while I was walking my dog, a car pulled over, a man in his mid-20s got out of the car. I didn't recognize him right away. He came up to me and hugged me, and then I realized it was a young man named Manny. He's in his mid-20s now. He couldn't wait to introduce me to his 4-year-old daughter. He explained to her who I was and the role I played in his life. Manny was a student who struggled with behaviors during his time at Stimson. He was one that many adults wrote off. I never did. These are the stories that never make it to the Board of Education, and there are many. But I recognize that change is good for an organization. It keeps things fresh and helps to infuse new blood into the building. I recognize that after 18 years, it was time for me to move on. Maybe after 21 years, the same can be said about the district. Maybe it's time to move on and get some new blood watching over things. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Sansada. I appreciate your letter, which we did read, and the board read it as well. There's a lot there, so I'm not going to address everything. The main point I would want to make is that, it was an hour and 40-minute meet the candidates night, and I was responding to a question where remarks were not prepared. I went back and looked at the live stream, and, this is a quote of maybe 10 to 20 seconds out of the, 45 minutes that I probably spoke for. And so, maybe I could have said it better, but I certainly was not thinking about you or any of the staff when I was at Stimson. I've never had anything bad to say about you. Those remarks were not directed at you. In fact, it was just meant to, we've got a new opportunity here. A lot has turned over in the building, and we have 3 new APs who were all hired in the same year, and the principal also is untenured. So it's a fresh start for the building, and we want to support their administrators, and that's really all that I meant about that, and it wasn't directed at you at all. I feel.
When I sent you a letter, that letter went out on, I believe, May 8th.
Mm-hmm.
It is May 20th.
Right.
We could have sat down and had that conversation. This is not my
Yeah, it was totally, there was nothing that was directed about you. You certainly did not pop into my head at that exact moment that I meant that. So, no problem. Okay, communications from community members regarding a new fence at Silas Wood. Anyone here to address their communications? There were various ones, so I don't have them all by name, but. Okay. Move on to new business. We have new business item number 1 is a request to remain in South Huntington schools. Is there a motion? Mr. Bronson, seconded by Mr. Scragg. All in favor of approving the request to remain? Any opposed? Okay. It's unanimous. Moving on to new business item number 2 is the approval to utilize a contract transportation, piggyback on a contract that exists between Half Isle Hill School District and Educational Bus. Is there a motion? Mr. Bronson, seconded by Ms. Meyer. Sorry. Flipping pages. Mr. Conway.
Thank you, Mr. Cepeda. Tonight, for the board's approval, is a request to partner with Half Hollow Hills and their contract with Educational Bus. This arrangement has been used for several years with success. The intent is to transport students with disabilities and/or IEPs over the summer as part of their IEP.
Thank you. Anyone have any questions for Mr. Conway? All in favor? Any opposed? All right, moving on to new business. Item number 3 is the approval of the Naraki Annual Risk Assessment and Corrective Action Plan. Motion. Mr. Bronson, seconded by Mr. Biangasso. Mr. Conway again.
Thank you. This here is a request for the board to approve the report on internal controls pertaining to the facilities cycle audit dated April of 2025. This report was discussed in detail and presented to the audit committee at our meeting on May 5th by the 2 audit partners at Naraki Smith. And the report had 3 minor corrective actions which have been discussed in detail, and we are already making corrective actions as we speak.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Bronson, anything you wanted to add?
Just that the facilities committee, that is an area that our internal auditors identify as a high-risk area, but thankfully the audit came out identifying it as low risk, so we are in compliance. It was a good audit report overall, so I was pleased that that was the findings.
Okay, great. Thank you, Mr. Bronson. All in favor? Any opposed? Moving on to new business, item number 4 is the approval of a district location agreement between South Huntington and Lindenhurst. There's motion. Mr. Bronson, seconded by Mr. Scragg. Mr. Conway again.
Thank you. For approval is a contract between South Huntington and the Lindenhurst School District. The contract is in place, so we are then able to charge back the home districts for student we service within the special ed department that have an IEP, but were parentally placed at a school within South Huntington's boundaries.
Questions for Mr. Conway? All in favor? Any opposed? Moving on to new business, item 5 is the approval of the health services agreement between South Huntington and West Hempstead. Is there a motion? Ms. Meyer, seconded by Mr. Bronson. Mr. Conway?
Thank you. As you noted, this was between South Huntington and West Hempstead for health services they are providing to one student that resides within South Huntington attending Gersh Academy.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Resolution carries unanimously. Next motion is approval of agreement between South Huntington and Manhasset. Is there a motion? Oh, Mr. Scragg, seconded by Mr. Bronson. Mr. Conway, once again.
Thank you. In the same light as the earlier one, this one between us and Manhasset for health services they are providing to one student attending St. Mary's School that resides in our district. Please.
Questions, Mr. Conway? All in favor? Any opposed? All right, moving on to item number 7 is the approval of the mini grants. Is there a motion? Mr. Scragg, seconded by Mr. Biangasso. Mr. Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Cepeda. Article 48 of the current SHTA contract provides that the sum of $10,000 would be budgeted for mini grants to be awarded to teachers whose applications are reviewed by the mini grant committee. This school year, 9 mini grant applications were received. A committee comprised of Ms. Andrade, Mr. Levy, Ms. Buenasera, Ms. Stair, and myself reviewed these applications. So for the board's approval, tonight are 7 applications selected by the committee. We have 1 from Oakwood Primary Center from Michelle Berry and Tracy Leister. Ready to Read, Science of Reading with Manipulatives. We have 3 from Countrywood Primary Center, 1 from Allison Clancy, Decodable Books to Support Struggling Readers. 1 from Jessica Barbado, Decodable Readers to Boost Reading Success. And finally, 1 more from Countrywood from Andrea Lopez, Math in Motion, Enhancing Hands-on Learning with Interactive Whiteboards. And the last 3 from Walt Whitman High School, one from Stacy Bonacera, Phonics Magnetic Word Building for improved reading skills, one from Maria Canaris, side-by-side supplemental grammar and syntax, and finally, the last one from Amy Bouchard, probably the scariest one, giant microbes exploring the most lethal diseases from history. I'm hoping they're not alive. And those are the 7 applications we have for the board's approval tonight.
Okay, that one sounds interesting, as they all do. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? All right, we have approval for a board member to attend the Nassau Suffolk School Board Association Annual Conference and Business Meeting, Annual Business Meeting at the Half Mile Golf and Meeting Club. Is there a motion? Mr. Bronson, seconded by Mr. Scragg. Any questions? We already have a number of board members and administrators attending. It's just adding an additional one. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? All right. Moving on to item 9 is the recommendations for placements by the Committee on Special Education, various states listed, and preschool special education. Is there a motion? Mr. Biancasso, seconded by Ms. Meyer. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? All right, we're going to move over item number 10, the certification of election results, and move on to item 11, which is an add-on, is for the approval of a scope agreement. Is there a motion? Mr. Bronson, seconded by Ms. Meyer. Dr. Dilly, would you like to tell the board this add-on?
Yes, very good news, and I'd like to thank Dr. Hender for his hard work, and we were able to get a deal signed today with scope to be able to provide before and after care, child care enrichment starting in September for the 9 sections that we have for pre-K. We do have 5 at Silas Wood, we have 2 at Maplewood, and 2 at JKAO. And they will be able to provide before and after care for all 9 classes. And it will all take place in the building where the students will be going to. So thank you, Dr. Hender, for all that hard work. I know it was a lot of back and forth, but we want to be able, as long as the board approves, we'll be able to communicate tomorrow morning to those parents and let them know the good news.
Questions? I know this was an add-on, so. Okay. All in favor? Any opposed? All right, thank you, Dr. Dilly or Dr. Hender. I think this is a great outcome for our district and something really exciting. I think the community will be very appreciative of this, and I know you worked very hard on this to get this across the finish line, and you know, in response to some communications from our residents. So I thank the residents who brought this to our attention, and hopefully you're happy with the result. Personnel schedules. We have personnel schedules 2, 6, 9, 10, 15, 16, 19, and 22. Is there a motion? Mr. Bronson, seconded by Mr. Scragg. Any questions on personnel? All in favor? Any opposed? Okay. Personnel postings are listed. Facilities Committee met over at Maplewood in April. We discussed various issues throughout the district, including the doors that we're waiting for at Silas Wood. They've been ordered. They're on bid. They're coming in. We discussed updates to Memorial. We got a construction update over there for the work that's being done. We discussed a painting schedule for Stimson Middle School, and we're looking to do some extensive painting over the summer there to get it in time for the new school year. We discussed the 100th anniversary capsule, which is now obviously come and gone, and it was a great ceremony, and the outdoor learning spaces, and some miscellaneous items, including some signage at the high school and power washing. We're power washing some of that limestone to make it look renewed and fresh. Okay, next we have minutes of our DEI committee. I thought we covered these last time, maybe not. Ms. Meyer? Ms. Kavanaugh?
Hi, yes, we did actually have another meeting since then.
Okay.
And so this is from the April 22nd committee meeting where we discussed the culturally responsive and sustaining education framework document that the committee has been working on throughout this year. We also discussed the wonderful Day of Unity event that took place at Walt Whitman High School on April 11th, where we had 14 school districts participate with over 300 students. We also discussed the Uplifting All Students Conference that Mr. DeMartinez and myself attended, where we brought back some suggestions for the committee, including a book chat, a name pronunciation initiative, and some ideas of bringing the community together. We also talked about a plan for Superintendent's Conference Day and some student programs. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kavanaugh. All right, Transportation Savings Committee, Mr. Conway, anything to add?
Not much, just a brief update. From the last time Dr. Murphy and I held our last meeting on April 24th, we will be presenting the recommendations and the finding at our June 4th Board of Ed meeting.
Okay, great. And we have upcoming meetings, June 4th and June 17th. June 4th is at the district office, James Caden Administrative Offices. June 7th is a change that's scheduled here at the high school because we have a number of awards to hand out. And June 4th, we're going to do our non-monetary scholarships to be presented by our elected officials to our graduating seniors. And we also have the first edition of the Diana Cinquemani Fritze Impact Award, which Ms. Meyer has championed and will be presented. And then June 17th, we'll be recognizing our teacher tenure, district retirements, above and beyond awards, and some additional items as well. So a lot going on in the next 2 meetings. Comments by board members? Mr. Bronson.
Just 2 comments. I first want to acknowledge that this upcoming weekend is Memorial Day, and just to honor our fallen soldiers that served in the various wars and in conflict. So I want to acknowledge that coming up. And 2, just to thank the community that came out to vote this evening. You know, it's a public right that we have, and some people take it for granted. So I do appreciate that. Regardless of how you voted, obviously, you know, I hope people voted for the budget and et cetera there. But again, the bottom line is just coming out to vote is such an important right that people sometimes forget. So thanks to the community that came out.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Bronson. Any other comments? Okay. Comments by the superintendent?
Yes, thank you. I just want to briefly acknowledge all the hard work by the high school. We attended some really great events last week, starting with the Gold Key to Booster Club event over in the South Cafeteria. That was usually an event that used to be held in Fox Hollow, but I can tell you that the Booster Club and the high school staff did a wonderful job setting up the South Cafeteria, and it was a great event. Also, the next night, we had the Principals List Award which you would never recognize in the South Gym, and that was incredible. We had about, I think, 158 students. So, and then followed up, I know the high school was tired by the end of the weekend, junior prom Saturday night. So it was a great weekend, followed by tonight having that, you know, wonderful Michael Curtin Awards. That's a pleasure to be part of every single year. So thank you to everybody involved, the high school staff. I know it's a busy time, and it's going to be a busy time for everybody coming up. There's a lot of great stuff still on the horizon because we still have a school year left. And also, I did receive an email communication today from a parent regarding June 6th, wanting to make sure that we get the word out that that's the second Eid holiday that the board recognized earlier in the school year that we will be recognizing as a day off for students. It will be a day off for teachers as well, as long as we don't have any kind of emergency closing between now and then. The odds look pretty good, but knock on wood. So I just want to let everybody know we will get a lot of communication out over the next couple of weeks. And that is my report.
All right, comments by our ex officio student member, Gracie?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to be quick tonight. We have another meeting coming up, so I'm going to waste no time and start with today. The Festival of the Arts just took place in the South Cafe in the backfield before our meeting. I do always look forward to this event. It's an amazing showcase of our arts and music programs, so I thought I'd give the students who participated a little shout out today. And to continue on the music note, we did complete all spring concerts for the elementary and middle schools, and now we have a few left for Whitman. Yesterday was the orchestra concert, tomorrow will be band, and on the 29th there will be a dance concert, which I always encourage people to attend, just because I wish I had joined the Whitman dance program sooner. It's rare for schools to have a dance program like ours, and more specifically, a teacher who specializes in dance. So I really hope that some of our younger students know that they can do more than just play an instrument when they get to high school. But overall, the spring concert season is always busy, but it's also fun, so mark your calendars. All of these performances will take place in the PAC at 7 p.m. Also, on the 29th, the same day as the dance concert, I will remind everyone that kindergarten orientation will be taking place for incoming Oakwood and Countrywood students. Still looking in May, I did want to mention Fleet Week and an event which will take place on May 23rd. Women always has some of the armed services, specifically the Marines, Army, and the Navy. They come to our front field, and it's essentially an assembly, and all the students are given opportunities to look at the tanks and the helicopters. And this year, we're going to be bringing up around 300 8th graders to experience this with us. So I look forward to this, and hopefully we'll have some good weather on that day, too. To finish up, I told you I would be quick. We do have a few things in June. June 2nd, some senior scholarship awards will be given out. This is a really important night, so just be ready for some emails and further information pertaining to that, and those will come in the next couple weeks. Lastly, June 5th, Women's Theater Honor Society will have one last performance to end the year off. It's called Curtin Call. We prepare scenes and songs from different musicals, and we put them all together, so I hope to see some people there. That is all I have for tonight, and thank you.
Thank you, Gracie. Fantastic job, as always. Run down a few things of my own. We have so much going on in the district, a lot of great things. Specifically, last night I was able to attend the spring orchestra concert, in which you performed, and you did a great job as always. And actually, the orchestra sounded amazing, so it was really good. And I particularly liked the piece that Mr. Yolano gave tribute to Ellen Schaefer Richardson, who was a stalwart in the community and very important to the OHICA board. And he did a piece in memory of her passing, which was really very, very nice and touching. And he also announced that we have a couple OHICA Castle winners, including one of the new Ellen Schaefer Scholarship. Actually, two winners of that. And then one winner of the Otto Kahn Award. So we have a lot of winners of those events, and they'll be celebrated at the OHICA Castle Garden Party on June 11th. Other things that have been going on, it seems there's something every single night. We had on, I was trying to get the dates here, May 15th was the Wildcat Booster Club. It was the first time that we had the Wildcat Booster Club in the high school, and I really think it worked out pretty well. What do you think, Dr. Murphy? Yeah, so it was really nice. Normally it's been in the Woodbury Country Club, but we were able to have it here. It reduced the cost for families, and we had a great turnout. And that was Friday, and then, Thursday the 15th, and then Friday the 16th was the annual Principals List Dinner, which was held in the South Gym, and we had great attendance on that. We recognized 158 students who qualified for the Principals List. And we had a nice dinner that was prepared by our food services department. It was really a great celebration. Thank you to Waltman High School administration for making that so special for our seniors, who are an incredible class. I want to congratulate girls flag football on an excellent season. They lost in the playoffs last Friday, but it was very hard fought. Went to triple overtime, and they were down a few girls and kind of outmanned the whole season. They lost their quarterback on week 1, but they fought nonetheless to make the playoffs, which was a great accomplishment. And then to have such a competitive game against North Babylon was really terrific. Boys badminton had a great run in the playoffs. Their run ended in the county championships against Half Isle Hills, so we came up a little bit short. And we still have boys baseball going on. We had our first playoff game today. It was a hard-fought game. We lost in extra innings, and I believe there should be another game tomorrow. And I believe that covers a lot, except we have a tennis player playing for the county championships, I believe. Mr. Barth, are you here? Maybe not. But we have a senior that's playing for the county championships tomorrow. He's had an excellent season. So I think that's all the stuff. It's been a very, very busy time and a lot more to come. Any other comments? All right. Voice of the resident. Any residents? Yes. Yeah, come on up.
Sorry, I've been here a long time, so I just figured I am in the Silas Wood neighborhood on Thorny, and actually I'm very curious about the fence issue that didn't get addressed earlier, so I was just curious if you could speak to it at all.
Sure, yeah, there was a, complicated situation. I'll try to make it as simple as possible. We had a dispute with a neighbor regarding the property that borders there. There was a property line dispute, and suffice it to say, the dispute ended up going to court to resolve in terms of where the boundary was going to be. There was, you know, the neighbor thought the property line should be one place, the district thought the property line should be elsewhere, and so we had to go to court to settle the issue. And it resolved itself, and the fence got installed on the correct property line. So the district had to go to court to preserve its space and protect its land. So that was kind of the first step of it, and also the fence serves a second purpose in that there was an opening in the back of the area that we had several bollards, so some people could walk back there, and we felt that we wanted to protect the safety of the students because we have our defenses, so to speak, hardened at the front of the building with our guards, whether it's our day guards or our armed guards and our vestibules, but there was openings so that people could potentially walk in through the back there, and we felt that we wanted to close that up and secure the perimeter of the building. So it was kind of twofold. It emanated from the property line boundary dispute, and it resulted in the fence being erected.
Thank you. So that entrance will no longer be accessible, is what
Correct.
you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
is there potential for the other entrances, the one that borders St. Peter's and the one that's in that back kind of like dead end cut through? I don't know if it came up. I'm just really curious at this point.
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
So there's two other back
Yeah.
relatively unsecure access points. So
Okay.
I'm just curious if those came up at all or if that is potentially.
Not at the moment, but I do think that the board is going to look at all those entrances to make sure we have everything secure at the back. You know, I've asked Dr. D'Elia to look at that now. We did secure Oakwood earlier this year. There was a resident brought us to our attention. We've been going to all the PTA meetings and trying to get feedback, and a resident at one of the Oakwood PTA meetings mentioned that there was an opening back there, so we have erected a fence there, and I think we're going to look at the rest of our buildings to see if there are any gaps as well.
Okay, great, thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, any other comments? Okay, take a motion to adjourn. What? Yeah, well, I guess we have to pause or adjourn until, oh, not permanent adjourn, I just take a break. Yeah, just take a break. Motion to take a break. I don't think that exists in Robert rules, but we'll just create it. Mr. Bronson, seconded by Mr. Scraggle, in favor? Any opposed? Okay, thank you. We have to come back here. No.
Wait outside until she tells us to.
I guess, yeah.
Mic check, 1, 2.
a motion to resume. Mr. Scraggs, seconded by Mr. Bronson. All in favor? Any opposed? All right, we're going back to item 10, which we skipped over before, certification of election results. On Proposition 1, for the budget, the yes votes were 1,001, the no votes were 376. On Proposition 2, which was the establishment of the capital reserve, the yes votes were 1,026, the no votes were 352. For the Board of Election candidates, Geraldine Woosman-Clark, 853, Nicholas Ciapetta, 822, and William Biangasso, 700. So that makes the winners Geraldine Woosman-Clark and Nicholas Ciapetta. All in favor? Any opposed? All right. Congratulations to Ms. Clark. Welcome. And we will take a motion to adjourn. Mr. Scraggs, seconded by Mr. Bronson. All in favor? Any opposed? All right. Thank you all. We'll see you in June.